All right, watching the Craftsman Truck Series race for once.
Oh, it's a good call. It's very good.
Let's get final stories to watch for tonight. Here's Amanda. In the #1 Tricon Toyota, behind the wheel will be Bubba Wallace, who returns to the series. It's actually his 50th career start in trucks here, but his first time racing trucks at Darlington. And he said, well, be it a car, a truck, whatever, I'll do anything to get seat time here at the Lady in Black. Bubba's going to start in that 15th position and right next to him, a man that's been garnering a lot of attention this week, Ross Chastain. Josh?
Oh, there's the 42.
Can be tough on veterans, so imagine what it's like for a rookie, especially one that's never been here before. But the good thing for Jake Garcia in the 35 truck is he's outdone expectations every step of the way so far this season. 4 top 10s, and he's already knocking on the door of a playoff spot. That's with missing the first race at Daytona. He said the most important thing for him tonight is to learn this track, and if he can do that, he has a shot at another top 10 finish. And who knows, guys, maybe even a win.
You really like that young man. 18 years old, he graduates next weekend from high school.
I talked to him about the days before his first final that happened. He was so anxious and nervous and scared, he said. And I bet you the Darlington is 10 times that with Mount Touchers. I talked to him this morning. He wasn't necessarily scared, but he was a bit anxious for sure. How about how pristine these trucks look? How beautiful. Gorgeous. I mean, and as soon as we get going, you're about 10 laps. Oh, that was not gorgeous anymore. It's on and so forth.
No further on how many have a black stripe down the right side.
I think half, yeah, over half.
That's probably good. All right, well, we're going to have 2 onboard cameras bring all the action from onboard.
Yeah, we're going to run along with Daniel Dye. This is the welcome to Rockville onboard camera. His Chevrolet was struggling with 20th spot, had his best career finish last week in Kansas, finished 13th, and he finished second in the bowling after the other. That's right, he had a good run at it. He did. Welcome to Rockville. That sounds fun. That's at the Daytona track. Big contest down in Daytona. So I hope you'll be able to attend that.
Love it. Daniel Dye always gives us so many great shots.
Hop on board with Willie B. William Byron starting 8th. There you can see the young man from Charlotte, North Carolina. And not only is he happy, it's beautiful onboard. Look at this. Oh, wow. We got the driver's eyeball. We're going to be able to ride with Willie. When we hit those bumps off turn 2, he's going to be bouncing, and we're going to see what that does to the driver's head. And that eyeball's going to be
Really?
to that upside fall almost too. We might even peek over that way a couple times to see what's up.
So there's 11 drivers who've never been here to Darlington. What was it like, real quick, your first time here, Michael?
It just was amazing. I went out and ran 3 or 4 laps, and I thought I was running like record speed. They said you're 26, and I said, well, that's not very good. But just how you got to commit here. You almost have to go into the corner, Jamie, and let off before you even know if it's going to stick or not to run the fast lap at Darlington. They used to put something on this racetrack that was the opposite of traction compound. It was actually called bear grease. So I went out here the first time I was here behind David Pearson, and he left tire tracks. So I just followed his tire tracks. Nobody knew better here than David Pearson, and that's how I learned how to drive this race. Well, he gave you a blueprint. Totally. So I had to have that out of him. I picked up better than 36 with 50.
Bear grease. What year was that then?
That would have been 1981. Yeah, I remember bear grease. They put it on the track, and it looked all shiny. It looked like it was wet, and it was slippery. It was grease. There you see switcheroo there. Taking it outside, which makes sense. Think on the restart, you want to be out there. Wonder what Dick Sanchez is thinking.
Fast truck, smart with it. Doesn't matter if we're leading lap 1 or if we're 12 lap 1. Don't panic. Put ourselves in good position all night. Make good decisions. Please stay focused on that. Everybody take care of their job. We'll be fine tonight.
A little bit of a pep talk there. There's the man.
No pressure at all, Nick. None at all.
Mario's here. He's going to go up the booth and talk about it. One of the greatest drivers in the history of motorsports. And just still just a spirit, a special person to get hanging around with.
On the Daytona 500 in 1967. 2 years later, went up and won the Indianapolis 500. Formula One world champion. I can't wait to talk to him about memories. I mean, we're throwing it back to the perfect place.
This is exciting, Jamie. I love racing at Darlington. These guys are pulling them belts tight, as Larry McGriddles would say. Coming toward that green flag.
Sun getting ready to set. Track is warm. There's a hot one. Corey Heim on the outside, Grant Enfinger on the inside. All the fans on their feet. Green flag is in the air. Corey Heim with a great start going into turn one.
Christian Eck is peeking up on the outside of Enfinger. He's going to grab that second spot.
Look at those trucks bouncing off that big bump off of turn two.
It's been a hot minute since we've heard anything out of Eckes. It's nice to see the speed that that 19 truck has. He's going to push up off two, though. Off four, excuse me. Give Grant an opening. Grant stays in line.
Beautiful throwback scheme on the 19. We'll talk about that in just a bit, but he's ready to turn things around. He's had a tough run. 5 straight races, 15th or 30th. Christian Eckes now going to try to change that.
You have some options down in turns 3 and 4. You can run the bottom, run the middle, run the top. Pretty much turn 1 and 2, everyone's going to be right up next to the outside wall.
Look how deep Grant drops into turn 3.
Drives off the racetrack. That's actually the apron of the racetrack down there.
And he's not going to be able to.
Where's the 42?
Bold move. I didn't know he could go that much deeper than the other trucks, but he did it.
Remember, the tires are good now. All they had on the tires prior to the race time was that one lap of qualifying.
Look at Willie B. We talked about him starting in the 8th position. Already cracked the top 5. That 51 cars.com truck.
14th place.
Start for him. Started 6th.
He's in
Trying
14th.
to hold up Willie B, who's hunting up top.
Yes, we're coming off a good finish at Kansas last week, the top 5.
Yeah. Another crew chief change for this team, too. And, just when you start to wonder, where's the performance? Stewart says, I got this, baby, and he is doing a great job. This is a track that suits Stewart Friesen. In the dirt racing, you got to look around for grip. You got to be really diversified with how you attack each corner and the line that you take, and Stewart knows exactly what that's all about.
Corey Heim continues to lead him. Told me earlier today they brought another brand new race truck. I mean, doesn't get better than that. They're just pumping him out over there at Tricon Garage and doing great things. He's finished 1st and 2nd the last 2 races, and here he's leading the race here at Darlington.
It's so valuable to have somebody like Scott Zibadelli on top of the box calling the shots for Corey Heim. A lot of success here in the series and doing a great job with Corey this year.
Let's get an update on Ty Majeski, Amanda.
Oh man, yeah, he just relate to his team. I just lost power steering, but the team told him, hey, you gotta hang on, buddy. We gotta wait for a caution before we can evaluate this. What do you think of how difficult that must be, and especially a track like that? What is Ty Majeski experiencing right now?
Well, he's experiencing a loss of 16 spots. If that tells you how important power steering is, you can handle it for a bit. I mean, he might be able to run 10, 15, 25 laps at pace, but it doesn't matter how big your arms are. You're eventually going to give out.
And depending on what caused that, it may be non-repairable on a pit stop as well. So I'm sure right now Ty Majeski's hoping that they can figure it out.
Ty Majeski started 9th, and he continues to go backwards, hoping for a caution. This first stage is 45 laps. Those tires are at a premium. We're going to be talking a lot about those, Phil and Michael. Only 4 sets sitting in the pits for tonight. Use it wisely, right?
Well, we've run 5 laps and we've lost a half a second already, Michael.
Yeah, that'll double by the 10th lap. We saw some of these teams run up to 20 laps and then practice that just to feel for what they've got. But the track conditions are changing. We're laying down more rubber with the Xfinity practicing all time. We're putting rubber down now, and the sun's going down. How do you factor for all that film? That's going to make the crew chief really nervous.
Just have to listen to that driver and say, what are you feeling right now? What do you need? I need more grip. Every one of them's going to say that.
Look at William. He's got to the back of Stewart Friesen. This will be a truck interesting to watch over the next 10 laps, I think, just to see how his experience and his successes here in the past allow him
We've
to
seen it.
move up.
We're still used to it on Kyle Larson's car, but
It almost looked like William.
it looks perfect on a truck. Reminds us of Ricky Hendrick.
That's hard to do right there, too, going that turn 1 on the bottom of another truck. If you can complete that pass, just keep your eyeball on the 51 truck. That's an impressive move.
William Byron gets it done. He takes over that 4th spot. It's kind of fun looking at William Byron, the 51. He's going to run just a few races this year. He'll run next week at North Wilkesboro. But that's the team that he had the success with, that we first heard about Willie B, driving for Kyle Busch Motorsports. Won 7 times with the team. So tonight, perhaps he gets win number 100 for the organization.
Yeah, 2016 he came up with the series by storm. Won the 3rd and 4th race in years. the first of 7 that year.
It's unfortunate so many thought he was going to win the championship that year, but an issue in Phoenix held him off. Green flag. 10 laps in. It's all Corey high. See if he can hang on after this.
So the 19 and the 11 battle for the lead. Okay, then we're looking at the 23 and 51. Brad Enfinger and William Byron. Twelfth place, all right.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering the race from green flag to checkered flag and every mile in between. Goodyear, more driven. And Goodyear, they have been a staple, a mainstay in NASCAR, the longest continuous sponsor in NASCAR.
Yes, and they do a wonderful job of giving these competitors what they need to go out and put on the show with and be safe as well.
Yeah, and when we talk about the fall off, talk about the start falling on 2 seconds, it's not an indictment of Goodyear. It's just race surface. The fact that they can build a tire that can go fast and hang in there is amazing.
On we were away, watch this move by William Byron, the 51 trying to get around Brandon Enfinger.
He got down on the inside of him off of turn 4 and was able to run side by side through 3, 1 and 2, but then off 2, he lost his grip, and you can see, makes that pass down. He's a fast truck.
15 laps in, like we're about a second and a half off.
And Joey. Uh-oh.
Parker Kligerman. I'd like to hear an issue. Falling off the pace here.
I saw a little bit of smoke.
Yeah. Is there some damage?
Oh, goodness.
Looks like oil.
I don't see where the Mirand's moved over in. He was running at a good spot.
They like to see a car now.
Underneath the center of the truck.
Is that a rear end gear, maybe?
I'm pretty sure I think it's there. I don't, if it doesn't come out, it's no gauges. I don't know.
Yeah, he'll be able to tell whether it's
11. He's in 11.
If it's maybe a rear seal of the engine or something like that, it would be a different smell.
You saw Parker Kligerman was right behind Zane Smith. Very un-Zane Smith-like today in practice and qualifying, just a little bit off.
Josh Thomas and Chris Larson said they didn't think they were very good there last year. Finished 8th. Felt like they would be a lot better here, but it's been a struggle thus far today for Zane.
Yeah, he didn't qualify well, and if there's fluid coming out of that truck, he's complaining right now because I'm giving the big show a hurry. That sun's setting in the west.
And NASCAR will monitor his radio to make sure that that's not happening.
Phil, let's just run through 1 and 2 here and all 2 with the eyeball feeder. Love it. This has been worked up throttle.
See him moving that steering, but he's also steering with that throttle that might be able to.
And then he hits that jump off 32. You can see a nice gap. Clean racetrack ahead of Williams as he tries to run down the top 2. Last couple of times by, though, Corey Hine and Christian Eckes has been faster than Williams, even though Williams has found a clear track.
I appreciate the commitment from the Cup drivers. They didn't have to be here today. It was a free day for the Cup drivers. They get to be at home a couple hours up the road in Charlotte, North Carolina. And William Byron, one of the 4, that decided he wanted to turn some laps here today.
These guys are racing, so I think they will jump in with trouble.
10th place.
Brennan Poole, as he makes his way down pit road with an issue. Hate to see that. Brennan Poole is one of those guys, just scratches and claws. Anything he can get, whether it's trucks, Xfinity, or the Cup Series. You saw him race a couple times for Rick Ware Racing, but he's got an issue here in the truck.
Little damage to the front of that truck. You think maybe that closed off the grill opening or messing with the radiator ductwork and overheating that truck possibly?
That's a possibility. You know, any game involved can mess up your cooling in the front end.
Oh, look at that 02 car.
That traffic.
That car and the 42 car together, it would look like Robert Yates Racing teammates.
Takes you right back to 2007, right?
It sure does.
Timothy Peters throwback from 2014. Now, Tricon Garage is throwing it back to Red Horse Racing, all of their trucks. That's pretty special.
And you see that back traffic really causing the leaders to fall off of the lap time. That should let Williams close in.
Corey Hine has led them all so far. Christian Eckes right there behind him. Let's get an update on Corey Hine, Josh.
Corey Hine is feeling really great about his truck right now. He said he fired off 3, but in that air right now, he said this truck is really good to the team, telling him, remember, we're only about 20 laps into this race. Make sure you take care of your stuff.
Well, he's got a near full of Christian Eckes right now. Corey Hine continues to lead, trying to hold on Christian Eckes. We're going to step aside and go side by side. You won't miss a thing.
Oh no. What's happening?
is a big, as you saw, we had a pass for the lead for the first time this evening. Christian Eckes gets around Corey Hine.
All right, he's moving up. 8th place,
Caught up with Brett Holmes.
Pulsavar.
Advantage of it too, didn't
Yeah, you can see the closing rate. These guys have to make predictions of how this is going to play out. And it just hung Corey Heim up a bit right off turn 2. If you're second trailing the leader like that, you see that situation, you say, oh yeah, I'm going to pounce.
he? Yeah, Corey caught him just in absolutely the wrong place. Could not have caught him at the worst spot. That cost him the lead.
Brett Holmes in the 32. His crew chief Terry Baxter want to tip the cap to him. He had a problem yesterday with track and medical issue, but he's at home resting, watching us. Says he feels fine. So Terry, we're getting that out you.
Yes, we are, buddy. Terry worked with me for many years.
Let's get an update on our new leader, Josh.
Yeah, Jamie, you mentioned it before. This has been a tough stretch for Christian Eckes. He's been 3-2 horse in the last 5 races after that hard start to the season. He said there's no panic in this team right now. The good thing is they have that win in the bag, and also they're bringing fast race trucks to the track each and every week. You can see that right now. He has the lead in so many ways.
Okay.
But just under the
How about this paint scheme? If you look, I know the camera work is amazing, but see the red roses? They've got the red roses down to a side, so it looks great. It's a throwback to Herschel McGrath.
Yeah, Hall of Famer. He lived in Oregon. He drove that car from Oregon to Mexico during the Pan American race, and then drove it back home. He also raced here in the 1950 Southern 500, the first time they ever raced here in Maryland.
It's just an honor to get to remember these folks that Joe and I grew up just admiring. When he raced against them.
I did race again.
We got into out of Riverside.
Yeah.
What a thrill for the families and getting to see these paint schemes, see the younger generation, right? Paying homage and respect to those who came before them.
What a fast 19 truck he has.
That's been awesome. You see Ben Rose or Blakely. Van Crafton, these trucks are battling just outside the top 15, 16 to 17. See, Mac might be having a little bit better of a run at turn 4 there that Ben did. Just lurking behind them, Timothy Peters. Or excuse me, Timothy Hill.
Timmy Hill having a nice run. And Ted Musgrave throwback. The old Ultra Motorsports days.
That truck just reminds you exactly of Ted Musgrave, doesn't it?
This is a great run through Timmy Hill right here. Running up in front of Zane Smith and right behind Matt Crafton. How about that for Timmy Hill?
See the different lane choices there. Ben Rhodes, the only former winner.
I hope he can do it. I hope he can finish good.
Way down on the bottom. There's the Bama Bucks.
The 42 truck of Pulsavar.
He said he's running well. Did you not understand me? I don't have any brakes.
He went a little off the tire. The second time he did that, great battle.
Go past him anyway.
Well, you were standing on the roof telling the driver to do something.
That's not how this works. But he's doing a nice job inside the top 10. A lot of speed from Chase lately.
That qualified 10.
And then great runner-up finish at Texas.
90D.
Yeah, 90 D's on the gas. Gets around Infinger into the 4th spot.
I thought this would be a really good racetrack for Matt Developer with that Crafton truck. A lot of experience here in the Cup Series. Matt, such a good race car driver. Really showing what they're capable of right now.
Matt Benedetto, a lot of experience here in Cup, 10 starts, but you know, just like every track, he only has a couple at each track you go to in a truck. Amanda, what do you have?
Well, we have the throwbacks on the truck tonight, but we also have Goodyear participating in the throwback week. If you guys have looked at those tires, I'm going to give you a better look at it. You'll see this wings of design. This was designed in 1898, 125 years old. You'll see this tire racing in the truck series tonight, Xfinity as well as Cup this weekend. And just throw in another bonus for the weekend. The Weekend Tube League is providing us aerials all weekend long, and it's
about those tires? They're all brand new. Every one of those tires sitting with brand spanking new.
And every one of these drivers, what's that? Is how it is right now.
Good move by Carson Mosbar to grab that spot. And Stewie Grayson, that moves Carson up to the 6th spot. Carson doing double duty here. We're going to run the Xfinity race as well tomorrow for Spire Motorsports.
Carson Hocevar at 12 spots, doing a nice job. He has his mom riding on the door. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers this weekend. But he's got Amy Hocevar riding along with him.
And it's a beautiful Dale Jarrett throwback paint scheme of that UPS car that Dale was so successful with.
One of the partners for Worldwide Express, so it's really a nice synergy there.
You see how far off the road he was to make that?
All right. Come on. Let's do this.
About 2.5 seconds now, Jamie. We're off, but the fastest lap some of these trucks around.
Bubba's cracking the top 10, getting the inside. And Jake Garcia, Jake will try to battle back.
We talked about how the experience of these drivers will show up. And especially, I think the farther we get into a run, that's when it's really going to show up. Bubba's doing that right now, trying to break into the top 10, and hasn't.
That number 1 stuff just looks so good. Paint scheme, it just pops.
Bubba wanted that more fullbacks and track out in the rocks.
That's a tribute to Buckshot Joe.
Yeah, Jake Garcia.
38.
With the same sponsor, Crown Pilot, on that truck.
How neat is that? Jake Garcia having another good night.
Look at Bubba wrapping that bottom. Now that truck way down low on turn 4, making it work all the way from the 35.
Christian Eckes continues to lead. Corey Heim behind him. William Byron and Matt Benedetto. Brent Enfinger slipped back to 5th.
Matt Benedetto had the fastest lap on racetrack that last lap.
Corey Heim's another one of those doing double duty. He'll run the Xfinity Series race tomorrow, so we're just starting to get into the hot races. So good test this weekend for these drivers. And by the way, Ross Chastain running the triple, running all 3 days this weekend.
That's what I'm talking about.
Did you do it, Mikey?
I've done it before, yes.
Is that Majeski passing Ben Rhodes with no power steering?
Maybe it's intermittent.
Could be. It's possible.
Yeah, they come and go sometimes.
What about Matty D?
He's closing.
Chasing down William Byron in that 51 truck.
3 more laps. Goodbye. 4.
We're there, 3 more laps to the end of stage 1.
What about the clean and green stage 1? This is awesome.
This shows you the talent in this series. We talked about 11 drivers had never been here before. Obviously, some of those drivers have been in another series, but they've never raced a truck here. As you mentioned, almost, we don't want to put the fist of death on it. Just a few laps from the end of this stage.
So the sun just officially set. How does this track change to make that transition from the start of the race to say, 30, 45 minutes from now when it's done?
I think it probably would be maybe a little bit more grip, but there's so little grip out here that I don't know how much it's going to change.
Beautiful sunset there.
There's great racing all over this racetrack, and we've covered all of it. Passes and battles. Looks like Willie B's going to have a little bit of company of Matty D.
Maybe they can hold them off. There's 2 to go on this stage.
That was fun to say.
Good battle right here. Daniel Battle's leading that now. This is right in front of our leader, Christian Eckes. All these drivers desperately need to stay in front of that 19 truck to stay on this lead lap.
All right, 1 lap to go in stage 1.
Christian Eckes trying to work his way around this lap traffic.
Oh,
Ben Rhodes.
dancing on turn there. Turn 2 with Ben Rhodes.
Christian Eckes.
There he is.
Good move there. Good move.
I think he needed a backer there. Did you?
Absolutely. Looks like he is going to make a pass.
Christian Eckes wins stage 1.
He got by him. William Byron is taking
6th place.
That's stage 1 of the season.
And that was Ben Rhodes that went a lap down. He will get the free pass, but he went a lap down. The former winner here at this racetrack.
He had some sort of issue on that last lap. The lap before he got high in 3 and 4. Lost his momentum, and that caused the problem to get lapped.
Christianette is stage one winner. This is exactly the performance this team was hoping to have. Can he hang on tonight and get win number 2 on the season?
It looks exactly like how I do it in the morning.
Tomorrow, the NASCAR Xfinity Series heads to Fox as the future stars of NASCAR take on the track too tough to tame. Catch every heart-pounding lap tomorrow, 1 Eastern on Fox. We're excited for that. 3 days of action from Darlington, so we're having a good time kicking it off with this beautiful sunset. Stage 1 results. Christian Eckes picks up his 3rd stage win of the season. Oh, that he did.
Yeah, Carson Hocebar, a nice run through this stage up into the 6th position, and there's Bubba. He made some good passes as well. It looked like his truck was really strong in the longer run.
This is how William lost that 3rd spot to Matty E. Again, bad spot. You come off the turn 2 with those trucks in front of you. Racetrack's really not wide enough for 3 wide. It just slowed Williams' momentum enough that Matt was able to capitalize.
This might be really wide enough for 2 wide.
Barely won, right?
Making our way down pit road. They're coming to you, Amanda.
Well, let's go ahead and go to Brady Figuring started on the first row, and when he talked to his team ahead of the race was, let's be smart, let's be aggressive. It won for us last week, but let's just do us. As we got closer to the end of the stage, he relayed to his team that the truck is getting freer and has requested a round said the truck was really loose. Wasn't sure how he was going to do his adjustments ahead of this race, but didn't want to change it too much in assessment of the track. Said that the truck was a little free, but it's very close. Josh.
The 49 and the 11 started free, and that some started to tighten up 10 to 15 laps in. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment to help him because he liked it when it was a little free. As far as your stage one winner, Christian Heck is happy with the truck. Just needs a little bit of security, but no adjustments. Just for the tires and fuel.
No adjustments, that's surprising. A lot of truckers decided they wanted some adjustments and fresh tires. Next stop with Christian Eckes. I'm going to step aside, but on the backside, we've been talking about it. Mario Andretti, join us right here in the booth.
Yeah, more these caution laps that we're gonna watch. Okay. At least that's better than seeing through those goddamn commercials.
Welcome back to Darlington Raceway. Well, it is throwback night. Look at this. The man, Mario Andretti, comes over to NASCAR, wins the Daytona 500 in 1967. Sits down, sips on the champagne. What a moment. Now he's here in Darlington, and his name is on this truck, the 2 truck for Nick Sanchez. Let's hear what he's saying right now.
I didn't realize I was going to have one of the best in the business ever since the sequence was yep, sitting right behind me. Oh, I see it.
Okay. No pressure at all, right? Mario Andretti on the pit box. And Mario, we're so happy to have you joining us. What's it like to come back here and be at Darlington?
Oh, that's awesome. It's fantastic to have this opportunity and watch my truck out there, just brings back some fabulous memories you could imagine, and it's in good hands. I know that Nick, it's his first experience here. He said he hadn't seen the place before, but he was quick in practicing. We saw qualifying. I guess he was just feeling his way around, in the first stint. But he's out there. He's fighting, and you know what? I'm very proud of him.
Yeah, Mark,
I'm riding with him because my name is on the other
I
side.
saw that. That looks great. I've been over just like it was in '67. But you've raced and won all over the world, and you ran a handful of NASCAR races also. And you sat stock car races. But is this one place that you wish you would have got an opportunity to race?
Phil, you're darn right. I mean, this is a mixed man out of boys. It's always been like that. You know, as much as they've done with the facility, but they never messed up with the racetrack, and that's a beautiful thing. Because this is a special way to drive here. I mean, it's so, you know, I'm just happy to be here. I haven't been, you know, for a long, long time, and enjoy the heck out of it.
I wasn't quite old enough to remember a lot about the 1967 Daytona 500. Take me back to that day and what it meant for you to climb out of that car and get up on it and drink some champagne.
Ask your brother.
He knows too.
The devil kept saying, "Oh, you won because you know we knew you were gonna wreck, you know, so we didn't want to get too close to you."
Oh,
I said that trick worked.
Get out on their heels, huh?
So yeah, to answer your question was awesome. You know, obviously.
All right, get ready for the restart. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Winning at Daytona, and, you know, doing my second try there with the right team, obviously. You know, the home and the team. And, you know, I had the car. You know, the car. You know that Darrell drove that chassis after me. You know, and
His first start ever in NASCAR, I think, was in that with that chassis.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah.
Let's go racing, Mario.
Green flag back in the air. Rich Neck is the control truck to the top side. Corey Heim with a great restart. Shot out of a cannon, takes the lead. Nick Sanchez making hay right there, making his way up into fourth right now,
Yeah,
Mario.
great pit stop for Nick Sanchez.
Yeah, actually it was. I saw that.
This is so tight, Mario, here at this 1.3 mile track. Look, 3 wide, Nick gets squeezed in the middle. But you just don't have much room to operate here at Darlington.
2.5 seconds they slowed down Mario from the fast laps at the beginning of the race to the end of that stage.
Yeah. Well, you can see that, yeah. He in particular has some issues to tell. I think it was pretty loose, actually.
There you see him battling with Matt Benedetto, and that's what happens in the truck series. Mario, if these guys sniff that you're a little bit loose, they're going to try to make you looser.
Yeah.
These races are really short. They're sprint races. You got to get with it.
Yeah, I see that.
So much for young Nick Sanchez to learn.
Yeah,
Coming to this place for the first time.
Yeah, yes, indeed. First time that we saw the track was from the windshield of that truck. So that's a steep learning curve for him, no question. But I tell you, I spoke with a young lad quite a bit this afternoon, and I tell you what, he's doing the right things himself and what he wants to learn, and how much he wants to learn about the dynamics of these cars, to help himself with the setups and all that sort of thing. So this young man has a bright future, no question about it. It'll be a pleasure to watch.
He has pace. That's you can't really teach that. You have to have that built in.
You have that, so you got a new belly or you don't. It's that simple.
And I'll just tell you this, he is loose right now. Off turn 4, he got sideways.
Oh my
there.
God, fifth place, Carson Hocevar.
Really fast truck bearing down on him. Here's a battle for second. Willie B to the bottom.
Willie B fixed up that truck. Woo, 25. That's Benedetto so loose. But Nick Sanchez right behind him. And that's a battle for 7. Want to note the free pass was Ben Rhodes.
And also, it looked like Tom Majeski might have worked on that power steering as well during that caution. So, a couple of guys needing that stage break.
Ty Majeski went down 2 laps fixing the problem, but he is still out there.
That's going to be tough. But you go 1 lap down, then you have a shot to get the free pass. When you go 2 laps down, it's really hard to overcome that.
There you see Nick just holding off Stuart Friesen for the time being. You can't really hide anywhere here, Darlington, can you, Phil? You get a little bit loose and there just isn't anywhere to go. You're going to have company all around.
Of all places, you have no margin here.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, a couple of trucks in practice got the wall. You get a little bit loose, and you're already up against the wall. You have no room to catch it. On normal racetracks, it would be 50 feet wide in the corner. This racetrack's about 30 feet wide.
And Ty Majeski looks like he's taking it back to the garage, Amanda.
They're going to try to go ahead and replace the steering box. Ty Majeski was reporting that it's bad, said that there's fluid coming out of that. And Michael, you said that they needed this stage brake. Boy, did they. They came to replace a steering pump that was broken first. But his team said if Ty finishes this race, he will not have to go to the gym this week.
Yeah, I said, you can run 10, 15 laps around here with no power steering. You can't go any past that with any pace at all.
Michael Waltrip, Phil Parsons, Jamie Little with you, and Mario Andretti joining us. And Mario, it's the month of May. This is a very special month. Your grandson, Marco, going forward, trying to get that second Indy 500 win for your family.
Oh, that would be awesome. I'll be there cheering him on. I'll be there tomorrow.
That's awesome.
So,
Mario, I ask you a question. This picture, this onboard camera with the driver eyeball camera, it makes me want to get back behind the wheel. Do you feel the same way when you see this?
the itch is there, man.
It never goes away.
It's not going away.
Look at this. Watch how wild this exit to turn 2 is.
Oh, man. I've been pushing the envelope my entire life.
You should see this man get out there in the two-seater ride. I rode with you before, and I don't know, I think you're pushing 200 miles an hour in that thing.
As far as it'll go.
That's been you your whole life, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Corey Heim continues to lead. Christian Eckes, William Byron, Jake Garcia. More from Darlington. Woo! Rubbing his racing gear. Track too tough to take.
Come on. I believe he's going for it. I think he's got him. I think he's got him. I think he's got him.
The Craftsman Truck Series live from Darlington. Corey Hahn continues to lead. Christian Eckes, and the sun is down. It's lights on. It's getting dark. Track is changing, and there are battles throughout this field right now.
I mean, all over the racetrack. You see Carson Osbar has been heating up Jake Garcia lap after lap, either side of him, but he couldn't quite clear him. But it looks like Jake Garcia thinks it's the last lap. He raced him that hard the last 6 or 8 laps, and sometimes that can bite you here at Darlington.
He's going to graduate from high school, Mario, next week. To drive with that 35. 8, 10 years old.
Oh, goodness.
Eyes wide open and foot on the floorboard. Is that it?
Mario, I mentioned the month of May. Next year is going to be pretty exciting for one of our drivers, Kyle Larson. What do you think about him going up there to run the Indy 500?
Oh, gosh, totally awesome. He's one guy, obviously, as versatile as he is. I mean, he's going to enjoy that. I mean, he goes back and forth to single seater and then the stock car. So you'll love Indy for sure. And it's wonderful to see that this exchange, you know, and these disciplines. I think there was some of that going on way back when. And more IndyCar drivers coming to do some NASCAR. Like with Carmelo Jones and all that, which were quite successful. AJ, I mean, raced the deeply. And so
Fourth place.
had that. You see that now and then. And of course, I think about 6 years ago when Kurt Busch came over to go for Michael.
Did a great job too.
That's a great job.
Yeah. 6 in the F500.
Yeah.
Now, rookie of the race, and he's been incredible.
When you get there with that team that's established, you're going to have a good good basic setup. So that gives you confidence right out. And Kurt's a good driver, and he just caught on to that quite nicely. And I think he drove nice and steady, kept the pace, and had a good finish.
You see here, there's a Chase Purdy. He's had some speed lately. He stalled his engine on that last round of pit stop still, dropped all the way back outside the top 25, and so he's going to have a long battle tonight. Just any little mistake in these truck races is really hard to overcome. You can overcome it on the first pit stop, but as you race forward, you've got to be perfect.
You have to agree that track position here is king. So I said, I told Nick, I said that if you get the opportunity for a slide job, I said, that usually works here.
Yeah.
That's probably the only way.
Well, I would love to be a young driver and have Mario and Jenny tell me to use the old slide when we're talking to them. That would be an honor.
Well, he was driving for everything it was worth. Nick Sanchez, too, quite loose though. He gave up some spots. Nick Sanchez eighth right now.
He's still fighting that.
There's a lot of trucks slipping aside. What about Timmy Hill? Phil, we talked about him earlier, up to the 12th position. He's driving that truck just like Ted Musgrave used to.
Without a doubt, Tim was so good at this racetrack, one of his best racetracks. But Timmy's doing an outstanding job here. Will heat it up for the lead?
Oh, hello.
For the lead.
There's the old.
Yeah.
Corey was slow for some reason in that end of the racetrack.
And I hadn't seen him running quite that low. Maybe he's trying a new line, but it didn't work, whatever it was. Christian didn't really have anywhere to go.
So no contact there as Corey Hunt continues to lead Christian Eckes. William Byron is back there, and Carson Osabar has found his way up into the fourth spot.
Well, Phil, we had a little
That's
argument.
right.
You took the Cup Stars, and I took the truck regulars. So far, looking like I know what I'm talking
I've
about.
got the upper hand here, but I've got Willie coming. I got Willie B coming here.
He's tracking them, isn't he?
Watch him work the steering wheel here.
Mario, what do you think about these trucks? They're pretty cool looking race vehicles, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no question. I mean, it's a great area to be before you step up to that next level. But here again, especially here, we're saying you can see the experience really works here.
Excuse me.
You can see some of the guys that have a little more experience there, obviously. And like I'm watching Nick, and he's learning every lap.
So running 8 right now.
Yeah, he's in the top 10, so that's pretty remarkable, quite honestly.
Michael, this goes back to your point that you just said you're looking pretty good right now because all the regulars are out running our double dippers, our cup guys. They're there. William Byron, the best in third.
Yeah.
I think that maybe Corey Haim's starting to hold up Christian Eckes a bit, and you can see what that's doing. Look at William Byron. He pulls in every lap, just closing in on that duo.
Arlo, did you enjoy your time in stock cars?
Oh, of course. I mean, especially if you have a competitive car. I mean, that's the joy of it all. No question. Yeah, I mean, to be able to, my first experience in Daytona was with Smokey Unick, and he was experimenting. And he wanted someone that didn't know anything about it because he was experimenting with setups. And I was like on a pogo stick on the thing. And I said, oh my God, these guys got to be heroes beyond my imagination to drive this thing. And then when I get back, and in the Holman Rudy car, and the thing, I had a basic good setup to start with.
Yeah.
I said, oh, it is a race car.
Speaking of race truck, Matt Benedetto off the pace. Amanda, what's going on?
Yeah, you see him kind of living there, kind of unfortunate. He made his way all the way up to the 6th position. He just said, I have no fuel. The team asked him to cycle the switch to see if that would help, but he's going to stay out one more lap and probably come in and assess the problem.
Maybe a fuel pressure issue.
Fuel pump or something like that, because there's no way but they didn't fill it up at the end of that first stage. So there's no way he should be low on fuel.
Side by side, William Byron trying to get that second spot from Christian Eckes. This is going to be a fun battle. We've been watching all night. It continues.
I want to tell you what's funny. The Cup guys, you know, it's 400 miles. They might give you a little bit of give and take. They might let you have a spot here or there. These truckers, they're not going to give up anything. And you can see Willie B was all the way in there. He's like, come on, man, give me a break. Christian said, this is too good for me right now. I'm not letting you in anywhere.
Corey Hines, by 53 laps, continues to lead here at Darlington. We'll step aside, but you won't miss a thing. Working lap 85 of 147 here at Darlington Raceway. Marlon's ready joining us, and Corey Heim is checking out. William Byron did get around Christian Eckes for that second spot.
And he's closing in on Corey Heim, trying to make a challenge here. Mario, how does it feel when you're leading a race, you've got somebody heating you up, and there's lap cars ahead? You just say, you got to get out of the way, buddy.
Yeah, they usually don't do it just the way you like them. You know? They have another agenda.
Look at the run that 51 just had on the 11 at Corey Heim, sizing him up.
Did you ever say it in Italian, maybe when you had a lap car in the way?
To myself, yeah.
There's Grant Enfinger, last week's winner, getting around the two truck. Nick Sanchez.
Yeah, Nick's really loose right now, just like Mario was saying.
Yeah, Tanner Graceful's in there too. That's Taylor, sorry. Oh, contact!
Good save.
He's okay.
Great save.
I'm sorry.
Sanchez is all right.
You see that save?
I think I helped him.
I think he hurt you. That was incredible. Side by side for the lead. William Byron tries to get around Corey Heim, and he does it. William Byron, your leader.
Here we go. Two to go in this stage. That was a nice save you made there, Mario.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you very much.
Don't bend up that beautiful truck.
Rick Sanchez taking a deep breath right about now and says, all right, it's going to run down and get some water, get some fresh tires.
Put some lead in there.
Yeah. Watch this replay, Mario.
You could see it coming though, right? Oh, that.
Wow.
That was really good.
Yeah, beautiful.
That was really good.
Great save by both of them.
Looked like Gray was a little loose in the corner.
Wow, that was great.
Some more people after that 2 truck.
Look at that. Look. I mean, he is loose. He is loose.
He's getting ready to get a caution though, so that'll be good.
And then you stop them. Two of them up here, tighten that truck up some.
One lap to go here.
Best stage here.
Nick
Time to
Sanchez.
go.
Yep, he slipped back to 16. Final lap here.
Go.
51, and William Byron makes his way around. William Byron, Corey Hunt, Christian Eckes. There it is. William Byron, first career truck stage win.
Great battle for second. Corey Hine, Christian Eckes side by side for that second spot.
Looked like maybe Christian Eckes grabbed it.
Yeah.
You guys talk about patience. I feel like William Byron has been pretty darn patient.
I bet you this guy's happy for a caution flag. That was a heck of a ride those last 10 laps or so, Mario, for that 2 truck.
I'll say.
Saw Nick Sanchez slip back to 16, but it's so great. And Brett Bracey, you got that on your shirt and what they've done for that young man.
And I told him, I said, my name is on the right door. I says, if you're leading the second stage, I'm going to go in and finish the race. Now I'm okay. I don't have to do it.
I don't think that both of us, all 3 of us could drive that truck right now. It looks like it's out of
It would need
control.
all 3 of us to help turn that steering wheel.
Yes. Tighten that
I
boy
tell you,
up.
He had, I mean, he did a heck of a job saving that.
Heck of a save.
Yeah.
Glad you were here to see it. Thank you for joining us here in the booth, Mario.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Have a great month of May at Indy.
Certainly an honor to have you here. Pit stops coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
countdown to #1 on the greatest countdown show ever. Plus, don't miss the best fights, celebrations, driver rants, and bloopers in NASCAR history. Where will your favorite moment land on the list?
Oh my gosh, that looks awesome. That will be a great show. Best bites.
I have a few embarrassing moments. I hope they'll make that show. They're all
Ready to do? That's great. We'll watch that. Here's your stage points earned today so far. Chris Memphis with 1849 tied. They have just been neck and neck for this drop of the green flag.
CJ Garcia with 5. How about Timmy Hill? Finished 9th in the second stage. What a great run.
Beautiful. Great job for Timmy.
The pits are open. They're coming your way, Amanda.
Well, as the one makes his way here, Bubba Wallace, he's going to gladly take those 4-sticker Goodyear tires, top off with fuel, and feeling that the truck hasn't found the tightness that they had in practice. A little chassis adjustment, Josh.
Well, similar issue for Corey Heim in the 11S Stage 1. He fired up a tick free. They got tight towards the end of that run. As far as the 51 of William Byron, no adjustments needed for him. Just a little bit tight, but otherwise happy with that truck. And then for the 19 of Christian Enkes, he said the balance is okay. Just heat up those tires just a little too much. He said, if anything, just make me a little bit freer. Don't get crazy with the adjustments.
And no mistakes. Gotta keep tight on pit road.
Let's watch this battle off of pit road here. Corey Hines going to win the battle off pit road. Ooh, looks like Williams going to come off third.
Lost 2 spots.
Yeah.
You saw how long it took him to battle up there and grab the lead after being at the top 5. Now he's got to get it back.
I think they had a little trouble over here on the left side.
Oh, he stalled.
Stalls it on the exit. And that's your 2 positions right there that he just gave up.
Remember, different transmission in this truck than what they had in the cup cars.
Let's hear it.
See what happens.
Ooh.
Ready, go. Ollie.
That is his Cup Series pit crew hitting him tonight. Pit stops finished. 2 laps in the books. We got stage 3 coming your way next, right here on the best one.
Yo, what happened?
She's a stunner. That lady can play.
Are you ready to tackle Darlington? Nerves are at the top right now.
Prepare for a battle.
Since Lock Gym City, 100% every lap. Oh. These boys all want to see pretender. Gotta execute perfectly here. You gotta focus as much on that racetrack. But he wants to cash in on it, is he gonna settle? Never say never, though. Playing out here at Darlington.
And we welcome you back to the Craftsman Truck Series and the track too tough to tame. But I was telling you guys, it's been kind of tame tonight. Prior to today, there was only one caution-free stage at Darlington in the Truck Series. There's been two today.
It's amazing too, the job these drivers are doing. And we haven't really documented many of the trucks getting the Darlington stripe either. We thought we would have at least half the field, and gosh, I don't know that we have a handful.
We've seen a lot of battling, a lot of side-by-side racing, a lot of slipping and sliding, everything we thought we would see, with the exception of the fact that no one's went around and we haven't had a caution yet.
A couple of great saves, man.
We know, we cover these truckers every week, it's just going to get crazier and crazier as we race forward.
Throwback night, Wendell Scott, 1973 Talladega.
Rajat Farouk, what a beautiful truck this is.
Wendell said that was the best race car he ever had. He bought it from a friend of mine, Cameron Mason, from up in Michigan. And that first race he ran was at Talladega in 1973, I think, and they started 60 cars, and they had a crash on the backstretch about 20 cars.
This is my favorite paint scheme of the night. That looks like Richard Petty rolling down the back straightaway in a pickup truck. As you can see, throwing back to his number 43 STP car from the 70s.
I think it won the award, right?
It did. I got the fan vote tonight.
Love that.
How about 426 cubic inches up under the hood, Bill? Can we get that there?
I believe that's what everybody liked.
Wendell had 429 cubic inches.
All right, getting ready. 50 laps to go here at Darlington. Christian Eckes, Corey Heim. It's been all about these two drivers side by side. Green flag in the air.
Nice start by Eckes. But Hines on that high side. Eckes can get loose down there.
Stuart Friesen, second row on the bottom. William Byron trying to make up for those two spots he lost on pit road.
These trucks stay side by side. William could make it 3 wide. Really good run coming off the corner, but looks like, is Eckes going to clear him? He is.
What a great job in 3 and 4 by Eckes. As you see, Stewart still side by side back there, hanging down on the bottom.
Jake Garcia, 18-year-old Jake Garcia, doing an amazing job right now on the 4th spot. That silver truck.
He is doing an amazing job. We're getting used to seeing that week in and week out. He's going to be contending for wins soon.
4 top 10s for this young man already this year in his first rookie season. He was even too young. He couldn't even run the first race at Daytona, but he did get a waiver. So if he keeps this up, he might have a shot at the championship this season.
A great battle right here.
Oh, no. He's going to run out of room. Man, I don't know how he kept that truck off Timmy Yo.
And they're wrecking on the front stretch. Zane Smith involved, Colby Howard, Chase Purdy.
A lot of damage to Zane's truck, obviously. Looks like Chase Purdy is stuck against the inside wall.
First caution for an incident tonight.
Purdy, as you said, Phil.
Oh, yeah, a lot of damage.
Why can't you just leave it alone?
See that wreck? I heard it. They wrecked right in front of us. And so they're running around about 17th. You see the damage. What a disappointing night for Zane Smith. Week in and week out, our most consistent, best truck.
Oh, well, that's
They always have to do this.
And Chase Purdy.
Throw a caution whenever a wreck happens.
He stalled the engine, went all the way to the back. It was 25th. Was trying to work his way through the field, and this is what happened. That's why the mistake on pit road. You're so lucky if you could overcome it, and he wasn't able to do so.
Very frustrated. Qualified 10th, had a good truck.
Chase will have to take a mandatory trip to the Midfield Care Center. I think Colby Howard, if they just get him pushed back and get him going, I think he'll be okay. Hardly any damage to that truck.
Look at our AMR safety team. They do it all.
Remember, that straightaway is banked too. They're trying to push that truck, just 2 of them. Now 3 of them are trying to push it back uphill. They're really doing a pretty good job. They can get it going in the right direction.
10 to the drivers in to help push their trucks. Zane Smith makes it to pit road.
I don't think Zane's night's over, Phil, but certainly he wasn't competitive before he got the damage. He gets up night. See if we can tell what happened here. This was the first wreck that almost happened. I don't see how he kept it off again.
Oh, right. There it was. You see Zane got in the back of Matt Crafton. Then Chase Purdy, Colby Howard just tried to avoid Zane.
Nothing that those two could do at that point. We talked about how narrow this track is, and that wreck happened right in their lap.
Yeah, Zane was trying to get underneath Matt. They came off the corner. Zane was trying to get underneath Matt. He couldn't quite, just clipped him a little bit. There he is right there. He clips Matt Crafton. Amazing save by Matt.
Look at Roger Prince just barely escapes that.
It's a great camera work watching these trucks slip and slide. And
I can't imagine we want to have a good back to dive on.
He's on the track, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to have a good view of it. Thank you, David.
It's right here.
That's when you just try to get out of there in a hurry. You can hear him plant that gas pedal to the floorboard. Keep on digging.
I think Colby Howard only lost one lap there, so good work by the AMR safety team to get it going.
Remember those Christine trucks I was talking about earlier? It starts to feel go away a little bit.
Some blemishes?
Yes, here and there.
They stayed beautiful for the first half of this race. See who was involved in the wreck there. The 24, Rajat Karuk had to come back in to tighten his lugs for the last stop.
In that wreck that was involved but did not spin. He made a great save once he had contact from Zane.
And like I said, there's Chase Purdy on the hook after a problem with pit road. There was nothing he could do to avoid that crash. It just happened right in his lap. And took him out of the race. That's why every pit stop matters in Rajah now, having that issue.
Cleanup continues. Cement Roads on pit road. We'll be back to Darlington. 44 laps to go from the Lady in Black.
There's three cars in it. There's nothing like it. Out of control. You're the edge of your seat. Everything you do is so fast. Racing obviously is dangerous. Day, I'm more alive. highest being to a driver.
Wow, that looks intense.
That kind of gave me cold chills. Just knowing the power, the speed. Hear Larson talk about there's nothing like it. It's going to be fun to watch.
Dirt debuts this Tuesday on FS1. I'll certainly be tuning in for that.
We had a guy in the booth here a little while ago that was pretty darn good out there too.
And then that guy was also pretty excited that our boy Larson is going to the Indy 500 next year.
I am too.
I am too. Everybody is. I can't wait to watch Kyle in an Indy car.
Just got fitted for this seat, and everybody got so excited.
Yeah.
We're like 54 weeks out until he runs the 500.
This year. Do it this year.
I know. I know Kyle Busch has talked about it for a long time too, and tried to get sponsors to rally around and make it happen. Maybe one day. Pretty neat when they cross over though. They should appreciate it.
Especially now that Kyle's in the Chevrolet camp. More likely possibly than when he was in the Toyota camp.
The month of May is upon us, and it's going to be a great couple of weeks here in NASCAR, going to North Wilkesboro next week.
Can you believe that?
And then the Coke 600.
Did you think that we would ever say we're going back to Wilkesboro?
I'm just so happy we are saying that. Thank you, Marcus Smith, and all the Speedway Motorsports folks that made it happen.
Looks like it's amazing everything they've done to it. All right, Christian Eckes, Corey Heim. Who can hang on? Who prevails at the end? Great restart by the 19 of Christian Eckes.
This is a big night for Christian Eckes, too. If he can close this deal, finish it off. Such a struggle lately. He's fast tonight. Look at this battle for second.
Oh, it's Stuart Friesen.
Thanks, Stuart. Took advantage of the choose. Slide in there in the third spot in front of William Byron. William's going to try to get to the inside, grab that third spot back. I think William has a really good long run Trump. Better than the short run.
Yeah, he peeked inside there going into 3 and Friesen, and look, all the ground he lost.
Taylor Gray having a really nice night. The 17 with the yellow bumper. And then Jake Garcia. Hello, guys. I'm still here. Top 5 all night long.
Bubba just keeps getting better and better, too, in that one truck. He's 7th, but he's right on the heels of the top 5.
Yeah, Taylor's coming off back-to-back top 10s in that 17 truck. Really getting his season going.
Bubba Wallace making his 50th career truck start. 6-time winner in the series. I'm sure it feels good for him to come back. He's got a lot of great memories and really made a name for himself in this series.
He's one of the graduates of Rev Racing. Actually, it was Rev Racing that is running Nick Sanchez.
Grant Enfinger hanging in there in the top 10. See that high entry into turn 3. So many varying lines on this tight little racetrack.
You wouldn't think it's wide enough to have that many lines.
Chase Purdy, one of the drivers caught up in that incident. He's with Amanda.
Jamie has been released from the care center, and Chase, we saw you climb out of your truck and slam your hands on the top of it. It's a day that started with that 10-minute penalty hold in practice and ends right here. Describe your frustration.
I don't know. I mean, had to start with that penalty. Qualified okay, 10th, and then had an okay stage 1, and then I started losing brakes at the end of stage 1, and then we came down pit road, and I lost first gear, so that was the other thing that happened, and then just, yeah, I didn't have brakes the whole second stage, and tried to let them pull down, but I kept pumping the brake pedal back up, and then I don't know where we were running, not anywhere good when we wrecked, but just frustrating. I mean, this is the second week in a row. You know, we started off top 10s, top 5, and now we've got 2 trucks coming home on the record the past 2 weeks. That's not the KBM standard. That doesn't show, you know, we're way better than that. And unfortunately, things just keep happening, but we'll go back and keep working for next week.
A lot going on with Chase Purdy we didn't even know about.
Yeah, sure. Just a fine stall in pit road that probably resulted in the gear being gone as Grant Enfinger heats up Bubba Wallace. Man, that's so hard to complete that pass off too. Even though Grant was a little bit better, you can see Bubba was able to stretch it out on the front.
35 laps to go right now, too, so
Winding down. It's been a fun night.
It has.
Great racing. Mario Andretti.
These truck races just fly by.
They really do.
Grant Enfinger, I mean, his results and what he's been able to do here. Never finished worse than sixth.
Raja, yeah, 12th spot. Carson has the 12th spot. Raja get a nice run from the top of the racetrack. Should have some momentum here.
Tries to work his way to the inside. Carson Hocevar.
Gotta be careful with this entry down there.
Oh, Hocevar goes around. Raja gets around to the top side.
All the brake. All the brake.
Can keep it on the wall.
That's what we're talking about, Michael.
That's what I was alluding to, Phil. Careful down on the bottom. They're racing for the 12th position and just got into the back of Carson. You as an analyst and racer for all these years, you start to see like what's coming. It just felt like it's time for people to start pushing people around.
That's the 35 laps to go. That means people are going to have less patience than they did before. You know, it's been, 20 laps since we last pitted. We've had some caution laps, but 10 laps is a lot. I think we're going to see some trucks come down pit road. Maybe all the trucks come down pit road.
Let's look at what happens here. Just trying to hang on the inside of Carson and just wasn't room to
Whoa.
let that move. Nice job. He didn't panic when it happened. Was able to get around the outside without wrecking his own truck. But now he's got a bad Carson Hocevar. Oh, guess who came to the party?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Check up each down low. Stay your line.
There you go.
Slide up here. Clear up. Clear up. Clear up.
Thank you, Daniel, for carrying that on board every week.
Welcome to Rockville. Welcome to Daniel's world.
Great job by Carson to keep that truck out of the wall, inside and outside.
Man, that's a beautiful truck.
We know he's coming out there. I think we're all going to come down there.
All right, pits are open. You see our leaders making their way down to you, Amanda.
Oh, and they are absolutely going to take tires on this. And Stuart Friesen, it's still a crew chief by committee for this team. Bob Highbrown is the one that's on the entry list, but it is Stuart calling these shots. Josh?
In terms of the 11 of Corey Hine, he said he's just a tick free to come in and get that final set of tires. In terms of the 19 of Christian Eckes, happy with the balance. They asked him how it is. He simply said, it's good. They got to get tires and fuel.
You know, there are times when you say, well, 2 tires work. You don't say that at Darlington.
There's also times we said this is the money stop, and you cannot have mistake. You see, Eckes on the end of pit road, Kenny Hurt home third.
Colby Howard and the 9 will be the free pass there as they continue making their way down. Taylor Gray up 3 spots. Another look at the incident that brought out the caution for the 4th
Can't
time.
believe that.
32 laps to go here from Darlington. Stay with us. coverage provided by Goodyear, powering every lap, every mile, and every victory on the road ahead. Goodyear, more driven.
Does anything say NASCAR more than Goodyear and Darlington? That is a beautiful shot. That's how I feel right there. Let's go.
How about Corey Hines staying out, Michael?
Well, Phil, I'm going to make another bold prediction. This isn't going to be pretty. I mean, he's going to hold up the line. Whoever lines up behind him, he's going to hold that line up, and they're going to scramble and be 3 wide. Another caution just on this restart is highly probable.
It's been 23 laps since he was on pit road, and we've had probably 15 green flag laps, and they take a toll on these tires.
Yes, and this 17 truck is on 4 tires, setting in a great position.
Picker did a great job, gave him 3 spots. Now he's restarting on the front row.
Look who's on the second row, Jake Garcia, but he's behind that boy. That's not what you're looking for.
Michael, you set it up perfectly.
We'll
As
see.
all the fans rise to their feet for this restart. 30 laps to go.
Beautiful Friday night crowd.
Corey Heim, it's been his night. He's led 66 laps. Restarts here on old tires. Taylor Gray with a point. Christian Eckes tucks to the outside.
Great move by Eckes to get up on the outside of Gray.
Watch Corey Hines, that red and white truck. Be dropping like a stone there. Ooh,
Jake Garcia
got loose.
Look at the 51 of William Byron. Hello, guys.
How far back is the
Trying
42?
to push that 19 of Eckes by the 17. Williams going to have position and momentum from the high side.
Heim continues to fall back.
21st.
You were spot on, Michael.
Yeah, this is still very tense back there. As you can see, William Byron closing in on Eckes.
Remember, KBM 99 team wins in their history. Look at Corey Hines going backwards.
Started first in the 2 laps. He's gone. Josh, what are they saying down there?
Yeah, well, the decision for the 11 there was to do the opposite of what the leader did. So do the opposite of what the 19 came in. They decided to stay out. They told Corey just to hang on. There's another caution they're going to come in and get those tires, guys.
They're not it.
Yeah, I think everybody else has another set of tires laying as well. They had 5 sets for the race. So everybody should have had 2 sets of tires left at the end of that stage. They all came in, almost everybody came in, put one of those sets of tires on. Corey elected not to. He's paying the price right now for sure. Ooh, still freezing.
Corey Heim all the way back in the 21st spot.
Yeah, I said he wouldn't stay in the top 20. Corey Hines might get lapped if we run long enough.
Look at this, Christian Eckes, William Byron, Taylor Gray, and Tanner Gray. Battle of the brothers. We've seen this before.
Both in the top 5. That is incredible. So happy for those young men getting to chase their dreams and run up to the top 5 at Darlington.
Tricon Garage teammates. Tanner Gray, the older brother, 24 years old. He's in the 15. Taylor Gray, the younger brother, just turned 18. He's in the 17.
Taylor never been here before. Tanner at least has a couple races under his belt here at this racetrack, but both of them doing an outstanding job.
Do you think Tanner's looking up there proud of his little brother, or do you think he's looking up there saying, well, darn it, I want to go get that guy?
I would say, darn it, I want to go get that.
Me, right?
Yeah. There's Raja going to try to make the move around the 52, but freezing.
Rogers in the 7th position.
Guess who just entered the top 10 for the first time this evening? Ross Chastain in the 41.
Man, we haven't said anything about him all night long in that beautiful Lee Petty throwback number 41. And look who's got their truck tightened up and coming toward the front.
Nick Sanchez in the 2. We talked about him with Mario Andretti. You saw it. Heck of a save. He was so loose. Tightened him up. Now he's trying to make his way back up as this is the battle for the 10th spot.
Good recovery. That truck looked undrivable earlier. Hanging in there.
I just looked at the last lap. Corey Hines was about a second and a half off of our leader, Christian Eckes, on that last lap.
There's that throwback to Lee Petty, 41. We got Daniel Dye in the 43. They won the best paint scheme Kind of weird that we haven't talked about Ross this deep into the race, isn't it? Finally cracked the top 10.
Most of ours trying to make the move around the 7 of Corey LaJoy. We haven't talked about Corey much either. Corey's fired back in the 18th spot.
There's that beautiful 45 Adam Petty paint scheme. These throwbacks make you smile, and some of them make you cry. And Adam was a special young man, and we lost him way too early. But I think it's so cool that we honor him, and have these paint schemes and get to think about Adam.
Paint scheme is beautiful. You did a really nice job thinking of the Petty family today, obviously, and what a great tribute to that young man. 35, falling off pace just a little bit. Jake Garcia.
He must have had a moment there. He lost a number of spots. He's doing an outstanding job.
As the leader crosses the line, we've reached our Craftsman. 20 laps to go.
Oh, trouble. Follow us down.
We're just talking about that beautiful paint scheme, but trouble coming off at turn 4.
Going to be a huge break for Corey Hine, but remember, everybody else has a set of tires as well. If Corey Hine comes down pit road, I think everybody comes down pit road.
Wallace has made his way into the 21st position. And this will end it tonight.
And that's with only 10 laps on their tires. I think they all have to come down pit road.
You bought the tires. You can't give them back and get a refund. You may as well use them.
You don't want to take them home with you for sure.
That's that hard racing down on the bottom of the racetrack. How difficult that is to do.
Battling with Haley Deegan right there, side by side.
Make contact with inside safety barrier.
Brett Holmes at 32 will be the free pass. All right, so this will be interesting.
I think they all come up with Phil.
Yeah. And if they all come, the only shot Corey Hine has is to get another caution with 10 laps to go and put tires on.
See if we can talk about buddy Jake Garcia having issues. See what happens.
Oh, just got loose. What a save that is right there.
What about that, Phil? He just stayed in the gas, kept those back tires churning, and pulled it away from that outside wall.
And all those vultures going to take advantage of that, slowing down too, aren't they?
They're coming your way once again, Amanda.
And that is exactly what Stuart Friesen said. We have to do this, but he did say that the lady in black is evil at the top of turn 3. So some pretty heavy descriptions from Stuart. Josh?
Well, 51 of William Byron feels really good about that truck. He said, I think I can beat him on the restart heads up. They're going to get that final set of tires in terms of the 19 of Christian Eckert. Feels really good about that truck right now. Just needs a really good pit stop to try and break this slump, guys.
All right, let's see what William Byron's pit crew can do if he can get out of his pit box without stalling. 4 tires all around. You see the 51 of William Byron making his way down. Christian Eckes released.
Christian Eckes wins the battle off pit road. William Byron second.
I think Christian maybe takes that bottom lane, Phil. He's been so strong down there.
That's how it shakes out.
What this did for Corey Hine is now he's on even ground with these guys. But the problem is he doesn't have track position. He's going to need another caution in about 7 or 8 laps. This is going to be his only chance to put that other set of tires on.
Look at this aerial footage right here. What a save for Jake Garcia. 18 laps to go from Darlington.
So 17 laps to go here at Darlington Raceway. Now it's 16.
You could see everything was sort of still there. It was just how they left it.
You grow up with it, and you kind of take for granted that it's always going to be there.
When it goes away, you're like, man, that didn't have to happen. Reopening North Links World Speedway. How hard could this be?
Tell me a stadium, a sports venue anywhere in the United States that got resurrected.
I never thought about it. I never used the board for the racetrack anymore. Marcus would come by and he'd say, hey man, just so you know, I haven't forgotten about Woodsboro. What's that mean, Marcus?
Felt bad that there was so much disappointment. We're in the entertainment business. We like to make people happy.
Fast cars run a full circle. They're coming back home. Yeah, we're going to have an all-star race there, but this is way more an all-star race.
What a weekend we have in store for us. Anybody in this garage you talk to, Phil, oh my gosh, they cannot wait to get their Truck Series action. This is the schedule for Wilkesboro. Starts Friday, May 19th with practice. Got qualifying on Saturday, and then on Big Box, race day at 1 p.m. and the Truck Series at 1:30.
Yeah, so much fun. We went to ran that late model race last year. The place was packed. It was an event. You know, it wasn't just a race. It wasn't a late model race. It was an event. And I was there, as I mentioned a couple days ago, and the place was awesome.
It's going to be unbelievable. Can't wait to be a part of it. Here's what happened while you were away. Haley Deeg and Colby Hart picked the high side. About 10 trucks went low because they didn't want to restart behind Haley on those old tires. This is going to be an event as well. This restart as we race down toward turn one.
Can we get to the end without another caution?
No.
Haley Deegan, as you mentioned, stayed out, leading the first laps of her Truck Series career right now. What can she do with it on this restart? Haley Deegan in the 13, Christian Eckes at 19 on the inside.
They're going to
4 wide going into turn 1. Christian Eckes, William Byron. It's a hornet's nest behind them.
I don't believe I've ever heard 4 wide at Darlington and it not be a caution followed by that statement. Look at this little squeeze down the back straightaway. They're trying to wreck.
Taylor Gray trying to get by Haley. Look at Roger go around the outside, puts Haley in the middle.
He does it. Roger Group trying to get another one right here. Trying to get around the 17 Taylor Gray, and he doesn't.
That was a move around the top side of 3 and 4. What a great job by Roger to get that spot.
Look at Grant coming. He's going to be hung in behind Haley. Roger now up to the 4th spot. Look at Grant's going to try to push Haley by. Watch.
Bennett Rhodes to the inside of Jake Garcia.
Wow, what a great move that was by Grant Infinger to shove her down into the corner and then get to the inside.
Stuart Friesen trying to make it 3 wide. Jake Garcia in the middle.
He makes it work, Phil. This is great driving, dealing with those 2 trucks on those old tires.
Haley Deegan so loose, trying to hang on to it. Matt Crafton gets into the back of Haley Deegan. They keep him straight.
Look at that mess behind her.
Contact between Ankrum and the yellow, orange, and black truck. And Nick Sanchez on the 2.
Aerial footage was awesome. So much going on all over this racetrack.
Roy LaJoy putting his nose up in there. First time we've seen him in a tight spot tonight. Bubba Wallace racing with him.
See that 20th, Kate Honeycutt, his first start for Tyler Young, doing a nice job. He's going to try to make his way around Haley as well. Running up in the top 20.
Corey LaJoy in the Truck Series for just the 4th time in his career, driving for Spire.
That was some of the most incredible driving I've seen in the Truck Series. For 3 or 4 laps, those guys dealing with the slower trucks. Amazing. 4 wide at Darlington.
Too exciting. I can't sit down, neither can the fans. I'm looking all around in these stands, and they are on their feet.
Remember the gamble by Corey Hack right now running in the 19th position.
Hasn't been able to make up a whole lot of ground.
There's Honeycutt racing with Carson Hosevar. We know how good Carson is.
Okay.
Here. Great job. And some of the moves we saw.
I don't think you can make it with 10 laps to go, though.
10 laps to go from Darlington Raceway.
Speaking of some of those moves, watch what Raja did. Right down the back straightaway.
Threading the needle.
This is incredible. He says, I think there's room up there.
Yep, that was
Watch
Haley
him go.
in the black truck. She said, okay, I'm going to go around the outside of her, and I'm going to keep that momentum going. And drive by Tanner Gray
up to the 3rd position.
Raja Karuk having the best truck drive of his career. Tyler Ingram with an issue.
Is that a tire rub or something else?
We had that contact we showed.
That's a shame. He's had a solid 9.
Yeah, the letters are gone from that left rear tire.
Did a rough go for Tyler lately, too.
See, no lettering on that left rear tire. See a tire mark behind that tire as well. There's that smoke as that thing loads up coming up off the corner.
That's going to be on now.
Corey LaJoy all over him.
Maybe this is what precipitated the smoke.
See, no tire mark there yet, Michael.
And then the span right there. Wow, look how out of shape he got.
Really a nice save by him.
Nick has rebounded to run up into the 11th spot. Tyler's dropped to 13th. It's cleared himself some, obviously.
Still smoking meanwhile up front.
And Infinger into the top 5, splitting up the 2 Grays.
Still a great run, though, Jamie, for Taylor Gray. His first time here.
And this is the battle for the lead. William Byron, you guys talked about it at the beginning of the show, how much patience you have to have. William Byron has certainly showed that tonight.
But the last couple of laps, Jamie, a 10th of a second better for William Byron in the 51 truck. And this would be a statement by Christian Eckes if he could hold off this talented truck driver in William Byron.
This is the most laps Christian Eckes has ever led in a single race. And Corey LaJoy, and another save.
Somehow keeps it straight. I thought we were going to see that caution.
I don't know. What do you think? Do our leaders want a caution, or they want to just say, let's settle this thing between the 2 of it?
I don't think the leaders do. I think Corey Hine does, but I don't think the leaders do.
Man, you've got to drive so defensively if you're Christian, but
Battle for the lead right here.
and that one thing, Williams is going to be respectful of the 19 truck. But he wants to beat him so bad. He wants to put that 51 truck in victory lane because, you know, it's a special one. They win this one. 100. And it comes along with a trophy from Darlington.
William Byron ran in the truck series years ago for KBM, but he's never raced here at Darlington, trying to get win number 100 for Kyle Busch Motorsports.
That was Tad Boyd, his father, saying that Raja is coming.
He is. Look at the gap he's closed in. Raja was half a second faster than the 2 leaders last time. And look at the unique line. We talked about that. He's running the rim. Can he keep it off the fence? Because this is speed up there.
Look how he has caught William Byron.
Cross the line right here. Christian Eckes, 3 laps to go at Darlington. Can he hold off William Byron and a hard-charging Raja Karuk, who is having the drive of his career?
Raja's going to get there. Raja is there. If he can run that same line down here at 3 and 4, watch him. He might be able to drive around the outside of William. But William is aware of where Raja's running. And he runs that same exact line.
And look what that does for Christian Eckes. He's gapping him.
Whatever changes they made to that 24 truck, it worked.
And he's driven the wheels off it, too.
And he's only going to have to apologize to one guy. That's not bad for Darlington. Well, so far, he's got to make it 2 more laps. Oh, no!
Oh my goodness.
Timmy Hill was having such a good night. We had 2 to go. That means NASCAR overtime we go.
NASCAR overtime.
And I think the only truck that will come to pit road is Corey Hine. Possibly Haley Deacon. Haley may have a set of tires left as well. It's the 9. Remember the 9 that he stayed up. Remember he spun earlier. So he might have put a set of tires on after that spin when nobody else did.
The only problem with that, Phil, is there's just 2 laps to go, and there's 23 trucks on the lead lap.
Yeah, I don't think for Corey Hine, what's the difference between finishing 17th and taking a gamble and maybe trying to steal some spots? What a tough break, Jimmy. You'll see the left rear tire now is coming apart. We'll do a number on that quarter panel.
We're gonna have to check with our resident racetrack cameraman, Daniel Dye, and see if he got a view of this fence.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. See the inner crush panel, the aluminum crush panel that came out of that truck when that tire came apart and ripped it out.
Christian is thinking, oh my goodness, I have to do it again.
He had this race won. I mean, he had put a big enough gap on those guys. If he could have just made one more lap, half a lap, he was going to get the checker flag, but it's not to be.
Christian Eckes has had 70 laps tonight. And look at this. Most wins all time by teams. Kyle Busch Motorsports in a league of their own. We talked about it every race this season. When will race number 100, race win number 100 come? Could be tonight. William Byron has the chance in the 51. And you see him, Corey Heim, have that extra set of tires. Let's take it.
Yeah, he's going to restart 23rd, though.
Yeah.
I don't see this working out well. It would possibly.
I've always said when people say, what's fun about racing? What's fun about racing is having new tires of your own, and nobody else does.
Yeah.
Can't have any more fun than that, but I'm just not sure he has enough time.
No, but we could look at multiple overtimes here at Darlington.
Yeah, 2 or 3 overtimes, and Corey Hunt may have something to say.
I don't really think they owe us a couple of cautions. They went caution free for a long time, so it might be coming.
We had 10 cautions last year.
Just a couple things to note. We watched Christian Eckes restart on the bottom with a lot of energy, a lot of good drive on the initial get-go. If he can do that again and clear in that beautiful Herschel McGriff truck, that'll be important for him to get this victory. I think he's going to have Rod probably right on his heels, and Willie Beat will go to the outside. If
I think so. I think you got to take the opposite of what the leader does, for sure.
Raja Carruth, it's been a crazy week for him. Let's look back a week ago in Kansas. What happened to him?
He had a really good trucker racing with Tom Majeski, a little bit of a block on Van. It's both of their days. Then they had a conversation after the race, and I think the very same conversation tonight. He gets into Carson Hocevar, getting in turn number 1. Michael called it, said he didn't like the looks of what was going to happen, and now he's overcome all of that and running third.
And the fastest darn truck on the track the last 5 laps.
Let's get an update on Raja Carruth, Amanda.
Well, Raja has been spending this stage telling his team that he was timing out his runs in order to be in position to pass, and just simply said the truck feels great.
It looks great too, Amanda. It really does.
Certainly does. I mean, what does Chris Lambert, his spotter, tell him right now? We're going to have another shot at it.
They're going to decide which one to go with. We know Christian Eckes and I think William Byron will be side by side for this restart. They're trying to determine now which truck they want to go with.
Christian Eckes, William Byron will restart after this break. Stay with us. We'll wrap it up and see who gets to victory lane.
Why don't you just wrap it up right now so we can get this race done and over with? It can end under caution.
And welcome back to Darlington, South Carolina. As you see, we are getting ready for our first NASCAR overtime. There are the rules. 2-lap shootout. The leader takes the white flag. The next flag will end the race. If he doesn't take the white flag and the caution comes out, we will redo it again for NASCAR overtime for a second time.
I don't know if my heart will take it. When me and my family watch racing together, and I'm not calling it, NASCAR overtime is our favorite part. Can they get back to that white flag?
Get out of those seats.
I think it's 50-50.
I do too, Phil.
Yeah.
And we got to keep an eye on the back of the field where there's a couple of trucks with new tires.
Yeah.
We got it all covered for you right here.
Christian Eckes chooses the bottom. William Byron on the top. Raja Karuth on the top, second lane. Let's see what he can do.
What a push.
That's Corey Hine, that white and red truck, all by himself down on the bottom.
Look at Stuart Friesen.
How about that?
Friesen moves into second. Tanner Grace looks back to third.
They're not going to make it.
Caution.
Seriously?
Garcia around, running top 5 most of this evening. Brings out the caution for the 7th time.
Huge break for Corey Hine.
We said keep our eye on Corey Hine back in the pack. He's made his way all the way up to 13.
We're going to have a couple overtimes for him to get a check. Corey Hine is 8. He comes across the line in 8th.
Tough ending to the night there for, was that Taylor?
William was just a little bit off on that restart.
He fell way back. There goes Jake Garcia.
What a tough break for Jake. Ran so well all night long.
He's going to get a finish out of this field, but it's not what he deserved. Look at Bill McAnally, our buddy.
He's saying, darn it.
Yeah, he's conflicted. Obviously owns that 19 truck of Jake Garcia, but he also owns, the 19 of Christian Eckes.
They got really wadded up over on the back straightaway. You can see Jake just pushes up, gets loose.
Yeah. Runs into Raja, tries to avoid Raja, then gets a little bit of a push from behind, but it looked like Ben Rhodes popped.
Wow, look at what Corey Hine did. That big move in the yellow, or the Toyota there, the red truck. Was able to dive underneath everything I said. All those trucks. Let's see if our buddy Daniel dives. Well, yes, he's on the job.
Still there. Stay the bottom here. Stay the ball here. Check up right front, right front. Stay mid.
All around him again. This truck is beautiful and clean once again, gives us the great shots.
Well, you can't tear up Richard Petty.
That's just like, you couldn't tear up Mario Andretti's truck. It's like Nick Sanchez. You have to take care of it.
He was down there with Corey Hine down on the bottom. Watch that. Look at Nick down there.
And look at, I don't think Corey makes that move on old tires. He was really in a bind, and he was able just to whip it to the left and make that move to the inside.
Great heads up by those drivers and their spotters. And you mentioned Bill McAnally. Yes, he's leading the race. So he's like, oh, I don't want the caution to come out. And the caution came out. Jake Garcia was running top 5 all night. Now you see what happened there. Okay, so like we said, it's unlimited. So we're going to go NASCAR overtime number 2.
I'm not sure we can count on Corey Hine.
I'm not either after that bold restart. He's in the top 10.
Yeah, obviously NASCAR will look back at the scoring list to determine the exact running
Most of
order.
our in 10.
I'm really impressed with Stuart Friesen. What's been happening with that race team and getting different crew chiefs. And last week he had a great run, and now once again.
A couple weeks ago, what's happening with this team?
Yes.
You doubt Stuart Friesen for a second. He'll pull those belts tight and go get them. He's doing just that tonight. You can see that tire's been rubbed on the left rear, but he's right up there fighting with these guys.
That truck looks awesome, too. Amanda?
As you guys are discussing Corey Hine, Stuart Friesen is on his radio asking exactly that. Where is the 11? You have to go back 5 trucks for the truck that Stuart Friesen is most concerned about.
Yeah, because he knows what new tires do at this racetrack. That's why he's concerned. And they're going to bunch him up for this restart. Obviously, if Corey Hine is going to restart in the 8th spot, then he will have the 8th opportunity to choose. He may even gain a row or 2.
How about this? How about parity in the truck series?
This is amazing. I would have never predicted this. We watch this stuff week in and week out.
Not just 7 different winners in 8 races. You have 7 different organizations, Michael.
And Stuart Friesen could make that 8 if Stuart Friesen could go to victory lane here.
NASCAR should be very proud of that right there. The trucks, the parity, all the winning organizations. This is just a great year.
First-time winners, Cup Series winners. You got all different ages.
All 3 manufacturers are represented here. in victory lane.
And I know every win is special, but to me it was really cool to see Grant Enfinger get back to victory lane. That team had struggled somewhat out of the start of the season, and he rallied and got that big win. And that's a great sign of a track like Kansas to get that win at that type of speed. We're going to run a lot of big tracks throughout the summer.
We've got the Xfinity Series tomorrow, and after a heated race in Kansas, the NASCAR Cup Series is right here in Darlington for Throwback Weekend at the Goodyear 400. See will rise up and conquer the Lady in Black. Pre-race begins at 1:30 Eastern, and the engines will fire at 3 p.m. It's all on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
That's some great throwback paint schemes tomorrow and Sunday.
We will continue with the outfits, and yes, for the first time in my career, I will be wearing a skirt on pit road, and it may have a poodle on it. Ben Rhodes in.
Well, I think I'm going to tune in just to see that.
Bobby socks and all of the works. This is so much fun. It really is. It just, and it makes you just learn so much of the history. Different stories come up, and like I never heard that before. Or a paint scheme, there's a different story about it.
And how about us having Mario on the radio?
That was really special.
I tell you, this whole weekend is lining up to be special. We got it kicked off right here tonight. Great truck race. Mario Andretti in the booth.
You're the one that said that this racetrack owes some cautions.
Okay, we're even now. Let's just go NASCAR overtime one more time and get this baby wrapped up, because if there's another overtime, I'm definitely going to bet on that 11 truck of Corey Heim.
We have 2 cautions the first half of this race, and there's 4 of the stage breaks.
There's the 51. We said he fell back on this start, and that's the reason why right there. The 15 squeezed him. And look at Raja losing all those positions too. And right there, I thought they were going to crash, and they did.
Byron lost those couple of positions back in 5th. Now Raja Karuk back in 7th.
Raja was thinking win before that last caution, and now he's just hoping for a top 5. Or heck, who knows? He might be still thinking win.
Was Stuart Friesen thinking on the radio?
Obviously, you know what you're taking. Gotta give myself a chance, right? Alright, brother. That's why we race.
I'm taking the top.
Yeah.
I'm going to line up on the front row beside Christian Eckes and try to beat him down into turn 1. And you know, if he can hang with him side by side, Phil, down into turn 1, you almost kind of flip the advantage to Stuart Friesen.
I think so too.
Around that top.
Absolutely. Gonna have a lot of momentum up off the turn 2. Well, it's so important for this restart for Christian Eckes to get a jump. Maybe be able to clear Stewart so he can use the entire racetrack down there in 1 and 2 and not let Stewart stay up there on his outside.
Watch the 11 on this reel. What can happen on a restart? Look at this bullet coming down at the bottom. 4 wide at Darlington. We said we wouldn't say that
Right,
last
a white truck. Look at it go.
He didn't even use the racetrack for half the quarter, but he's passing trucks. Just think, he's got those better tires right now. Can he get all the way to the win?
He didn't use the racetrack for the entire corner.
All right, so the big question at the top of the show, Michael. Truck Series regular or a Cup guy?
I'm a regular. I like our truckers.
We got the regulars stacked up there in the front row.
It's been a good battle, though. We had William up there really in a position to win the race. What does Christian Eckes do? Can he get the same type of start he's been getting all night long? So good on these launches.
He's been so great on the restarts. Stuart Friesen starting to the outside. Side by side they go. NASCAR overtime for the 2nd time. Green flag in the air.
Stewart did not get the start he needed. Look at Corey Heim now on the inside again.
He's in that red truck. Off the
Don't do it.
He just passed 5 trucks at one time. Corey Heim in the 11 is on the move.
How about Nick Sanchez right now, back up in the top 5, right behind William.
Good. No smoke or anything.
That's the question. They are stacked up.
Thank you.
Christian Eckes though checking out. Stuart Friesen riding the high side, trying to make it stick as they come down the front stretch.
They make it to the white flag. They ran into the wall, but the caution is out. I'm not sure when the caution came out.
We had a truck run up the wall and slow up coming out of turn 4. They did not take the white. So that means we're going for, I see the fans waving and saying 3 in the air. We're going for NASCAR overtime. for the third time. Darn for Grant Enfinger. Another solid night for him. Oh, Mario Andretti truck.
Nick made his way up into the top 5. He must have been involved with Grant because
It should be better.
he's being shown now outside the top 10. The last time I looked, I'm telling you, he was running fifth right behind Wayne Myron.
I tell you, I don't believe.
Wait a minute.
I believe he took the white. I know it's a timing thing with a button and a scoring loop.
Is that what they're saying now? Is that what his team is saying now?
Team is celebrating. Yeah, I thought that's.
They're saying the leader took the white flag is what we're being told right now. 19, Christian Eckes wins at Darlington.
I think what they're saying is maybe Christian Eckes was the first. Just came almost simultaneously when he got to the start-finish line.
Well, the first word we got, the race wasn't over, that he didn't take the white. But clearly, from what I saw from the booth, he took the white flag before any caution lights came on.
Yeah, what a truck, guys. What a damn truck. Man, it's so fun being here. Let's go!
Nothing better than that, is there? The emotion of winning, especially at Darlington, and the fashion he had to do it in with the overtimes.
I mean, unbelievable truck all night long. Christian Eckes.
Yeah. Second truck may have got the caution, but they're saying Christian Eckes didn't.
There's the white
There's
flag.
the white flag.
Picks it right there, pulls the caution out. That was the right call.
Yeah. But you got to wait for a second or two to see what NASCAR says. There's a button they push, and it doesn't simultaneously hook to the flag.
Right. The flag man is human.
Yeah.
They say put it out, they push the button, and then he reaches for the flag and puts it out.
Things happen quick. You slow it up, it looks like, oh yeah, of course the white flag was out. There's Bill McAnally celebrating. Christian Eckes wins here for the second time and becomes the youngest driver to ever win in the Truck Series at Darlington.
So you're saying the flag was a human?
Christian Eckes,
Yes.
huh?
He is.
With
Look
that
at
Herschel
man.
McGriff
They
throwback.
got those Napa Auto Parts colors on his helmet. Beautiful Herschel McGriff throwback truck.
Dominating performance for the 19, and he needed it. We talked about it the last 5 weeks. He's finished 15th and 30th, 15th and 30th. Tonight, he leads 82 laps and gets the win, and our Josh Sims is there.
Yeah, Jamie, you mentioned it. Christian Eckes, you told me earlier you just needed a good run. How about that for a good run? You said you had to win it multiple times out here tonight, too. Yeah, man, I just can't say enough about this truck. I'm not even that excited because it's such a damn good truck that drove itself, but just so proud of everybody on our BMR team. It's been a really, really rough couple weeks, and to come back and win shows the resilience of this team, and how we had to win it just shows the fight of this team. So a huge thank you to Gates Hydraulics, Adaptive One, Napa Racing. Yeah, I'm ready to go, man. Christian, break down those restarts because, you had an absolute rocket out there, but it took some work to get the win. Yeah, I was just really determined. Yeah, I know. It's just, it's really, really fun to be here, man. And when you got a truck like this, you got to finish it out. And historically, I've been terrible on green white checkers. So this year, I've won 2, the ones that I've been in. And yeah, just so proud of these guys. Congratulations, Christian.
Mile at Kansas with your 4th place finish, and you just said that we are building right now. You're runner-up here the weekend later. What's coming together for this team?
Work this all out. It's a great team effort. Thanks to my wife Jessica, my son Parker, and all my guys. Our over the wall crew. We worked a little bit harder this week, and those.
Yeah, I know. It's just, it's really, really fun to be here, man. And when you got a truck like this, you got.
For us at home, we got driving Ivan to the podium at least, so that's something we'll drink a beer about tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Great to see that smile on Stuart Friesen's face. Heck of an effort for that team to battle like they did. And especially for that team right there. Christian Eckes' team, they earned that one. We have plenty more to come. Stick with us here at Darlington. Team, they earned that one. We have plenty more to come. Stick with us here at Darlington.